Hi girls, it's Friday. This is the last Friday that I get to work day shift. I have to move to midnight shift next week. So it means that my videos will probably still be up around the same time. But I might be a little bit crazier because I work at nighttime now. That's going to be weird. Anyway, Chelsea, I'm so happy you got into Pottermore. I'm sure you'll come to terms with the fact that you're a Hufflepuff. I still have to wait to get into Pottermore until whenever she opens it to everyone, I think October. I know Stella got in. I think she's a Gryffindor. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure she is. Stella, miss your face. And Chelsea, there's a lot of interesting books there that you bought. I hope you enjoy them. And the book I read for Doctor Who was The Coming of the Terrifiles. I was really upset because there was no Rory. There was the Doctor. There was Amy. Lots of people. No Rory. I think every Doctor Who book needs to have Rory. I have another Doctor Who book with Donna in it. I'll read that after I finish the last 2.5 books from the True Blood series. I'm almost done book 9. I need to get my hands on 10 and 11 because my friend has them buried somewhere in the abyss that is her bedroom. Anyway, back to talking about books. Alright, so I finished the book I was reading last week probably by Monday night. I read it in one night. It took me a couple hours and I finished the second half of that book because it was really action-packed and really good. The hotel they were staying in Rhodes was shaped for pyramids, so that was kind of cool. And the Fellowship of the Sun, which made an appearance a long time ago, had a plan to make it go boom. So either way, the pyramid exploded and there was mayhem. Tons of humans lost their lives, vampires, werewolves, lots of people died. But lots of people were also saved. And because of Barry and Sookie, they used their telepathic powers to A, figure out that something was going on so they got as many people out as possible, and B, after the explosion, they used that to find live brain signatures so that they could save as many people as they could. Quinn got pretty injured, so he was in the hospital. Sookie went to visit him, and then she borrowed his sister's car to go home. And then she was back in Bon Temps, and Quinn kind of disappeared after that. It's like, where did he go? She didn't hear from him. That's kind of where that book leaves off. The next book I got into right after that, From Dead to Worse. This book I read in a few days. It was really good. I find that fiction books really catch my attention because it's a great way to escape reality. In this book, a lot happens. Sookie finds out about her past. She finds out how she has a telepathic ability. I'm not going to tell you how, because that would take the fun out of it. But this is also the reason vampires are a little more attracted to her than others. And then there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, she still doesn't hear from Quinn. There's people dying. There's werewolves fighting. And in this book, and kind of the end of the last book, Hurricane Katrina happens, and they're dealing with the aftermath of Katrina. So the way Charlene worked that into her book to make the natural disaster work out along her storyline plot was really interesting and very creative. So I have to say, good job for her to just use that as creative fuel. The Queen of Louisiana was severely damaged and injured from the pyramid blowing up in the last book, and she lost her legs. So that's not so good. And she actually ends up dying. And there's a few other people that die along the way. And these vampires from Nevada, namely Las Vegas, are trying to take over. They're killing off all the sheriffs of the areas just to get more power. And then Sookie finds out that they're after Eric, they're after that area, and Quinn happens to be with them. And it's not because he wants to be, it's part of his dark past, which really wasn't his, it's his crazy mother. And that'll be explained more if you read the books. And yeah, there's a big showdown between Eric and Felipe de Castro, which is the king of Nevada. And they like Eric, they want him, they don't want to kill him because he works the way they want him to work, and he's just very powerful. So they decide to keep him, but he's got to comply under their rules. There's a lot of walking on eggshells. Also in this book, Tanya, she's the one that the Pelts hired to figure out if Sookie killed their daughter Debbie. She's driving her insane, like just bugging her, trying to make her miserable. So Sookie gets Amelia and Octavia to perform a little witch magic and help her out on that. That's interesting too. The last thing that happens in this book I thought was really cute and I liked is when Sookie went to go clean out Hadley's apartment, she found a lockbox with a marriage certificate and a divorce certificate, and also found out that Hadley had a son. So in the end of this book, she figures out where the ex-husband is and where the son is, and she goes to see them. And the cool thing is, the son also happens to be a telepath. So there's a ton that goes on in this book. I could say more, but I want you guys to read them if you can, if you're interested. Anyway, that's about all for this time. You girls have a fantastic weekend. Chelsea, I'll see you on Monday.